and welcome to Art with me, Katie Cordy. Today, let's dive under the sea and learn how to draw a variety of different marine creatures. Feel free to get creative. I used a Sharpie and crayons, but you can use your favorite medium. So first steps first, I'm going to start with a fish. To draw a fish, I'm going to draw a teardrop-like shape, but I'm going to make the lines go a little long, almost like an X. And you can make your fish many different shapes by just elongating, or you might even want to shorten your teardrop shape. See, I've got more of a circle going on here. And a little X. And you can even make it more pointy. And just add some swoops. My next part is going to be my eyeballs. I'm just going to do a couple of little eyes here, one for each fish. And you could make all kinds of different eyes. Then you can add lips if you want, or just a little long mouth, or maybe like a shocked mouth, or big lips, or maybe nothing at all. My next step is I'm going to draw a C or a backward C for each gill, so my fish can breathe. And then I'm going to start adding in my fins, one along the top. And of course, the one along the top could be any different kind of shape you want. And then I'm going to also put ones on the bottom. 2 on the bottom, plus 1 behind the gills. But of course, there's nothing to say that you can't deviate from this. Maybe it's got more on the bottom. Maybe it's got less on the bottom. Maybe it's got huge frills like a betta fish, or really long ones like this fellow over here. I'm going to add a little top. There we go. I like that better. Little gill. Fin. Next part is our tail. You might make a long, swirly tail. Add some lines. Or maybe make a long tail. Or maybe one more like a crescent moon. Or something short and cute. So now that I have my fish, I'm going to draw an even bigger fish. I'm going to start my shark with a straight line to the top and then come down in an angle for his mouth, for his face. I start my belly line and let's see. I'm going to add my eyeball real quick and a big zigzag mouth. Next, I'm going to do a slightly tipped triangle for each fin and his flipper, fin, and a bottom line and a top line for his back and belly. Next comes his tail, and I'm going to add a short curve and a really long curve, and then a little V. Now I'm going to draw a whale, which are going to be much more curvy than a shark, but very similar. Add an eyeball on this, long mouth. I like to do a little stylized mouth, it's fun. And then I'm going to immediately go into my flippers, but it's going to be longer here on the back. And then I'm going to make it curve a little bit, curve. And then I'm going to draw almost like a C shape, put that V in, off we go. And a blowhole. Next, I'm going to draw an octopus by starting with a C. It's almost like a completed oval with an eyeball. I'm going to add a little gill. And next come our legs, which are just essentially big swoopy lines. Little suckers, almost like doing little smiley faces, like little smiles, or little C's, depending on how you want to look at it. don't have enough legs yet. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so 7 and one last one. There we go. And now I'm going to add a background, do a couple of lines for my sand. And now I'm going to do some coral. So I'm going to start with a V-like shape. And another one. And then I'm going to connect them and bring them downwards, like really weird branches. And then I can add some holes or some circles or some lines for texture. Or I might decide to do a more organic one and make it more free flowing. Add some circles, maybe make them into holes later. Long stem up for kelpie or seaweed. Do some wavy leaf shapes. Let's see. I think I'm gonna put another coral over here. Big one. Big, just loose shapes. Maybe a little coral here. Nah, sea anemone, sea anemone. Just essentially a bunch of little hot dogs, I suppose. And then another organic shape. For another piece of coral, just something nice and loose. I think I'm gonna do another piece of seaweed here. Again, it's essentially just leaves, but they're just ever so slightly S-shaped to make them look like they're blowing in a current. Let's see, what else do I want? Well, I think from here on out, I will color.